All right, y'all. So, one of the things that has been a huge thing for me to, you know, continue with this journey of becoming a better me, a better version of myself, is learning what it really means to have self-love. Okay? So, this self-love journey that I have been on, it's a constant thing, okay? I think of it like this. You know, when we say we love someone, we show them. We do things to show that we love them, to show that we care. We got to do the same thing for ourselves. So self-love, to me, is continuing to do things that show that I love myself. All right? And it's not just like you do one thing and it's like, yeah, I love myself. Or it's not like you just say it and that's it. Like when we're talking about another person, once again, we don't just say, I love you, and that's it. Like we say it, but then we also show that we mean it. We do things to show that we love someone. So you have to constantly do things for yourself to show that you love and care about yourself. Self-love journey. So I'm gonna tell y'all a few things that I have had to do in order for me to truly get to the place of self-love. You ready? Here we go. Number one, accepting myself as a person. Flaws and all, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I mean all of it. If I can't accept myself at my best and my worst, how can I allow somebody else to accept that? If I don't accept it for myself, surely no one else would. So I have to accept that, yeah, I'm gonna make mistakes. No, I'm not perfect. And maybe, yeah, I have a few flaws or a lot. But I know that if someone's gonna come into my life and love me unconditionally, they're gonna love the flaws. They're gonna love the good, the bad, the ugly. Because I have accepted that that's part of me. That's part of what makes Tina, Tina. So, second, recognizing my strengths and not just my flaws. Sometimes we get so hung up on the mistakes that we make or the things we don't like about ourselves that we forget to celebrate the strengths that we have. We forget to celebrate the little small wins that we do every single day. So celebrating and recognizing my strengths and not just my flaws. And it's okay to toot your horn sometimes. Toot, toot. It's okay. You don't always have to be modest. Oh no. If that's a strength of yours, definitely, yes, I can do that. I do that. I'm very good at that. That is a strength of mine. So recognizing those things. Okay. Number 3, treating myself right. Now, what does that mean? It means not allowing others to treat you any less than what you deserve. If you're treating yourself right and you're truly loving yourself unconditionally, you're not going to allow somebody to come in, tear you down, degrade you, try to make you feel bad about yourself, try to make you feel like you're less than what you are, because you know that ain't it. So treating yourself great, treating yourself right, knowing what you deserve, knowing that you deserve the world and more, knowing that whatever your heart desires, you shall have it. Okay? And not accepting anything less. All right? There was a time where your girl was just, clearly I didn't love myself because I was just letting just all types of stuff happen. And I'm just like sitting there. I know like on the inside, myself was like, ma'am, what are you doing? Hello? What? She ain't listening to you. She ain't even listening. And I'm just sitting there in a daze. Like, it was crazy. Just allowing people to treat me however, talk to me any kind of way. Like, it was crazy. And then feeling like it was my fault somehow. I snapped out of that though, because I realized that I don't deserve to be treated any less than what I know I deserve. Especially if I'm giving you love. If I'm giving you love, if I'm giving you my all, I deserve it back in return. So I had to let that go. Number 4, recognizing that it is no one else's job to make me happy. Happiness comes from within. And I've heard it, but I didn't really understand what it meant until I really went into therapy and started really working on myself. Side note, therapy works, y'all. It is amazing. Do not knock it. Even if I wasn't in the mental health field or the helping profession, I would still recommend it. Okay? A lot of people have a stigma on therapy, especially in the African American community. Don't knock it. It works. And 99% of us need it. So do it. But I digress. I learned that happiness comes from within. If I'm going to constantly be looking to the outside from other people to get happiness, I'm going to constantly be unhappy because people let you down, I let people down sometimes. That's just how it is. You have to find happiness within yourself. So I started focusing more on things that make me feel good. Hobbies that I used to enjoy and kind of put to the side because I was pouring so much into somebody else that I wasn't doing it for myself. I started doing things that were good for me. When you're taking care of yourself from the inside out, truly taking care of yourself, it shows. It shows. You just radiate from within. You feel good. You're taking care of yourself. It feels good to take care of yourself. It feels good to do things that are good for you. It feels good to take the time to focus on you. It just feels good. And you just be running around here happy, just happy, happy, happy. And the next thing, and this is important, especially this school year, I have had to preach this to myself and my students constantly. Y'all ready? Are you listening? Let me make sure you're listening. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Okay? I'm the type of person, because of how I grew up, I had a lot of pressure on me, and it was no room for error. If I made a mistake, it was a big deal. So I got into the habit of beating myself up every time I made a mistake. And I had to stop doing that. That's stressful. Do you know what happens when you stress out a lot? You get wrinkles. I'm not trying to have no wrinkles, y'all. So I had to stop doing that. Don't do that. Don't do that. 1, it's not treating yourself good. 2, it's not accepting yourself, flaws and all. And 3, like I said, it causes stress. Stress causes wrinkles. Wrinkles don't look good. Okay? So yes, I had to learn to give myself grace. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna fall sometimes. Things are not gonna pan out the way that I planned at times. It's not the end of the world. That doesn't mean I'm dumb. Doesn't mean I'm a failure. Doesn't mean it's just everything's gonna crumble for me. It just means it didn't work out. Sometimes we go through things and we struggle. We struggle and we struggle. But eventually we get out of that struggle. Sometimes we go through things and we're like, oh, why did I even allow myself to go through that? You cannot beat yourself about things that have happened. It's the past. Give yourself grace. You are no longer in that place. You are no longer that person you used to be. And even if you slip sometimes, we all slip. We all fall, but we get back up and we try it again. Give yourself grace. If there was anything that I could preach all day to people, to myself, it would be give yourself grace. Please. There are so many people out in the outside world just plotting, planning to tear you down, to do anything to take you off the path that you're supposed to be on. Don't do that to yourself. Give yourself grace. All right, the last thing, and this is actually something that I actively do. Like I had to actively start doing. So this is an action, and it's amazing. The very last thing, daily affirmations and positive talk, y'all. Daily affirmations and positive talk. Like I've told you guys, I am a counselor. I am constantly pouring into others, lifting others up, giving them tools to help them feel good about themselves. I gotta do that for myself. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't do it. It's impossible. So in order for me to pour into others, I gotta pour into myself. So every single day I'm getting up, I have these lists of affirmations, and sometimes things will just come to me and I'm like, okay, this is an affirmation for today. Maybe I know today is going to be a struggle, or it could be challenging. Things pop up that I have to take care of. So maybe I already know, okay, I'm gonna have to get my mind right for today. So I have those affirmations ready to go. And also, if you don't have it, the I Am app is amazing. Those affirmations, sometimes I just be like, God, is that you? Because I just be like, how did you even know what was going on in my mind? So the I Am app, amazing. But yes, daily affirmations. I am da 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 da. Today will da 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 da. Like, do it. It's powerful. Okay? Words are powerful. You speak it, you believe it, you receive it. And positive talk. Now, when I talk about positive talk, I talk about, a lot of times we get down on ourselves. We are always our own worst critic, right? So we could just be going in on ourselves sometimes. We got to stop that, because when we speak negative about ourselves, we start believing it, and we can't have all that negative energy. Like I said, there's other people trying to do that. You don't need to do it to yourself. So combating that with positive talk, being able to have this negative that might try to be, no, go. Not today. Not today. Sometimes I have to stop and just be like, okay, I see you with your natural face on. Glow, I see you. You got it. Oh yeah. You got it. Speak it, okay? Lift yourself up sometimes. You know how we're always hyping our friends up, hyping the stranger down the street that's working that dress. Like, you gotta hype yourself up sometimes. Hype your own self up. If you can't be your own hype man, how you gonna be somebody else's hype man? Okay? I be hyping myself up, y'all. Like, my friends know. They be like, who is she talking to? Talking to myself. Because I need it right now. I need it. Okay? Hype yourself up. Pour into yourself. Get those daily affirmations, y'all. Start doing that positive talk. It is powerful. All right. So we got accepting ourselves for the person that we are, flaws and all. Focusing on the strengths and not just the flaws all the time. Okay? Treating yourself right, which in turn means not allowing others to treat you wrong and give you less than what you deserve. Recognizing that happiness comes from within and it's no one else's job to make you happy. Giving yourself grace. And last but not least, doing those daily affirmations and using positive self-talk. Okay? Now, those are just a few things that I've been doing on my self-love journey, but I want to hear from y'all. Comment and tell me, what are some things that you have done to help yourself on this self-love journey? What are some things that I may have said that you're like, oh yeah, I'm taking that. I'm doing that, sis. I want to know. Talk to me. So comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe. See y'all later. Bye.